Welcome to the Chemistry Kitchen. Miss Mercy and I are going to demonstrate the effect that good news and bad news has on you. We collected samples of good news and put them into the news liquefier. We collected samples of bad news and put them into the news liquefier. The news liquefier turned the samples into liquid. This liquid is good news. This liquid is bad news. Miss Mercy, can you pour the liquid from the beaker into test tubes A, B, and C, please? Perfect. The test tubes represent you, your friend, and their friend. Now let's see what happens when Miss Mercy shares the liquid from test tube A with the liquid in test tube B. Now let's see what happens when Miss Mercy shares the liquid in test tube B with the liquid in test tube C. Perfect. Now let's see what happens when Miss Mercy shares the liquid again and again. No matter how many times the liquid was shared, it remained clean, clear, and uncontaminated. This is the effect that good news has on you. Now, Miss Mercy, will you add 1 drop of bad news to the liquid in test tube A, please? Wow! 1 drop of bad news contaminated all the liquid in test tube A. Now let's see what happens when Miss Mercy shares the liquid in test tube A with the liquid in test tube B. Well, let's see what happens when Miss Mercy shares the liquid in test tube B with the liquid in test tube C. The liquid in test tube C turned red also. This is exactly what happens when 1 small drop of bad news enters your mind and you share that bad news with someone else. It not only contaminates your entire body, but it contaminates their entire body. Sharing bad news is like sharing a bad cold. I know what you're thinking. There's absolutely no way possible that we can get away from or avoid bad news. It's all around us. It's on the TV, it's on the radio, it's on social media. It's everywhere, Miss Mercy. It's like bad news is like one giant green germ. Therefore, the only way to fight bad news is with good news. Now let's see what happens when Miss Mercy pours the liquid from test tube C into the flask, and then she starts adding good news to the flask. Notice that the liquid is getting more and more clearer and less contaminated? Well, that's exactly what we have to do every single day. We have to fill our minds with good news, good conversations, good environments, good movies, good music, good books, so that our minds remain uncontaminated and our bodies remain in good health.